Ladies and gentlemen, I hate AI. By the end of this video, you will too. But most importantly, you will learn how to not let AI take your job in the next 5 years. Because let me tell you, if you don't do anything about it, it will replace you sooner than you think.
You're fired!
ChatGPT was like nothing we've ever seen before. It introduced for the first time an AI language model in which you can type any sort of prompt and get a detailed and very human-like response that is completely generated with artificial intelligence. Not only that, we can now generate hyper-realistic looking images using only text. In other words, typing it to life. We're now on the verge of creating completely AI generated videos where all you have to do is literally click a button. Who knows if I'm real anymore? I mean, there's no way this is an AI video. It's too freaking awesome to be. But the point is, we're not that far from not being able to distinguish a real YouTube video from an AI. And if this doesn't scare you, there's something fundamentally wrong about you. But still, I'm gonna explain to you why really I hate AI. First of all, when I say that, I don't mean that I despise the entire idea of artificial intelligence. I use it every day, for God's sake. It literally changed my life for the better. The particular problem with AI is something that I talked about in the previous video, which is something that I'm very passionate about: art. And when I say art, you think of Mona Lisa, but that is barely scratching the surface of the concept. Art stretches beyond to include every single activity in which the human expresses himself, his thoughts, ideas, in a physical form. Therefore, YouTube videos can be art. Cinema, movies, novels, music. When an AI is able to completely generate a piece of content with one click, what is art anymore? Maybe to some extent the prompter, or the guy who types the text, will be considered an artist in the future? Motion picture or movies is a huge passion of mine. The concept of crafting a masterpiece that starts with an idea, to script, to a scenario, going through acting, filming, editing, to a beautiful coherent film on our screens that reflects different inspirations, ideologies, and passion of every single one of the sets is all like magic to me. And making YouTube videos isn't really that far a concept. But now the problem comes when AI is able to single-handedly accomplish every single step of the process with one click. I mean, think about books, for instance. A big reason why I love reading books personally isn't just for the information they contain, but knowing that a real human being at some point of his life, whether it is in this generation or hundreds of years ago, wrote these words and it took them a serious deal of time to accomplish and craft it word by word. Relating to that person's experiences, emotions, personal stories, whether it is non-fiction or fiction out of his pure imagination and personal inspirations, there's just something about it that make me want to explore someone's head. I wouldn't be interested in reading or watching some AI soulless junk that was generated in 2 seconds by a random 14-year-old trying to grab some quick cash from getting your attention. Same exact thing with a masterpiece. What makes something a masterpiece is that a human came out with it from nothing but his own imagination and creativity. True expression of someone's thoughts, ideas, and influence. When you look at it, you express your appreciation and gratitude for the artist's efforts. You are impressed by his gift, talent, and hard work, rather than a random pic that was generated with Midjourney or ChatGPT. It's almost like content in general, like books, articles, masterpieces, movies, YouTube videos, are a way that we humans communicate with and express our thoughts and ideas. You cannot communicate with AI, and that's why I personally think that it will never replace human creativity. Bruce Lee has always said repeatedly, martial arts are merely a means for self-expression.
We don't, in our world, and haven't since the days of the Greeks who did, combine philosophy and art with sport. But quite clearly, the Oriental attitude is that the three are facets of the same things.
Man, listen, you see, really, to me, okay, to me, ultimately, martial art means honestly expressing yourself. Now, it is very difficult to do.
You see someone's thoughts, discipline, behavior through their art. Art, in other words, is a physical facade of someone's soul, something much bigger than the physical manifestation. I'm getting too philosophical here, but here's the thing. Technology made art easier and expanded the limits that we once had to create content. And that's great. Now we got pictures with colors instead of black and white. We have highly advanced cameras that can shoot super detailed images with up to 240 frames per second that have been downsized to even be carried in our pockets, while having giant screens to enjoy all of that. Printers that make information easily accessible, and the internet that made it ridiculously easy to instantly access any sort of knowledge. And now we have AI that could be used as a tool to ease the process, take it further, and level things up, or completely destroy art. But, ladies and gentlemen, there is a bright side to all of this. Because there are two people who will be left behind in this day and age. The person who doesn't use AI at all, and the person who depends on AI. Yes, you heard that right. The person who doesn't use AI at all will be outperformed by the person who does, because it is way more efficient, and speed is a crucial decisive factor in today's economy. The person who completely depends on AI on the other side will also be left behind, because using some basic reasoning, you'll understand that the market will naturally get saturated very quickly because the barrier to entry is very low. In other words, anyone can create the same thing. So Will, what should we do then? In the previous video, I mentioned the Industrial Revolution in Europe, first time where machines overtook the working hand, and thousands of factories were being built built. The economy was at its best, but the workers were furious as their jobs were being replaced. However, there were more jobs than ever to run machines in factories. And the same exact thing will most likely happen with AI. While corporate companies don't give a single damn and won't think twice before replacing any human with an AI, because at the end of the day profit is what matters, the human who knows how to use AI best will always be in demand. Thus, the person who will succeed, thrive, and outperform everyone else is the person who uses AI to his advantage. By that I mean using it to help him speed up the process and reach a new level of creativity in whatever craft that he's indulging in, while still relying on his own creativity for the core of his work. I will give you a very simple example. In this video that you're watching, the entire script was written by me. I can, however, use an AI to research the topic or enhance my script, or even outline the script if I had nothing in mind and had no inspiration to begin with. The artwork that I use on my videos is completely generated with AI, and that's because I'm not a graphic designer, and the artwork is only meant to enhance my videos visually, and so it only makes sense for me to use AI for that. The thumbnail that you saw in this video as well was partially generated with AI. If I was to do this myself and design a robot version of me, it would take me a serious amount of time. So YouTube videos are just a very simple example. If you talk about business, for example, there are many aspects of it that could hugely benefit from AI productivity tools, from marketing to management, systems, sales. The opportunities for growth are endless. So again, simply use AI in a smart way to outperform the rest of the creators. Don't be dumb. And watch this video where I explained why AI videos specifically will ruin your channel and how to use it the right way.